weeds! That's better. Hey? Fucking rights. Bloop! Donna just brought over Thupper. I'll show you cocksuckers what we're gonna be munching on. We got some egg rolls. What kind of egg rolls are these?
Vegetable and beef.
Vegetable and beef. We got some little cherry tomatoes. Some cheese. The marble kind. Hey? Marble cheese. And, oh fuck, I threw the wrong spot. Fucking meatballs. Finger foods. Is that what you call that? Finger foods?
Yeah, except the egg rolls. Well, I guess.
Why are you bopping around?
Because I gotta push closer to
Okay, let me set you cocksuckers back up here. We've got a lot to talk about today. Hang on here. Donna, you're too short to shit.
Yeah.
Move closer.
I can't get any closer. You're.
What's going on? Okay, hopefully we're both in the screen. I think we are, but like, yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Today's Friday. We don't really get many views on Fridays, so who gives a fuck? It's Friday and nobody's gonna watch. If you're watching, you're one of the only fucking people around that's ever gonna see this. Right, Donna?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, let me get a meatball. Fucking Hey? It's oh my fucking fuck good. Okay. This morning I got up, shoveled my driveway, shoveled the neighbor's driveway. Cause like, you know, she pays me. So I did that. And then that was pretty much our morning. Oh yeah, before we continue.
Weed in the throat.
Weed in the throat.
Yeah.
Don't suck so hard.
It goes through the hole.
She caught a load of weed in the throat.
Yeah.
It went up against her backsplash.
There is that's disgusting.
Jabberjaws. You guys might know Jabberjaws from the comment section down below. He sent us $250 million last night. Cigarette holder to you, Jabberjaws. That's how we were able to buy some Laker Ice beers. What bum beers is all about. Tonight's bum beers has been brought to you by Jabberjaws. Yeah, that sound right? Sound like those old commercials? Anyway, cigarette holder to you, buddy. Thanks for the beers. Well, thanks for the beers money. Thank you for the beer money, and thank Laker Ice for the bum beers. If it wasn't for the bum beers, we wouldn't be able to afford beers even with money. Like everything, all beers is expensive now. Didn't Molson Canadian even go up?
It did. It's on a 6-pack. The sale on it is $15.50.
Fuck! These fuckers are only $2 a can, so it's like, huh?
$2.15.
$2.15. So like, fuck, you know, what is that? For a 12-pack of these comes to what? $22 and a little change.
For what? A 6-pack?
12-pack. What is a 6-pack? We're talking about 6-packs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 6-pack of this is what?
I don't know, $12.95 or something.
$12.95.
I think.
Where 6-pack of Molson Canadian is like
$15.50.
$15.50.
And that's on sale.
And that's sale, yeah. So, I forget what we're talking about.
The price, you thank Jabberjaws for
Yeah.
and thank you whatever, and it said
Yeah, thank Jabberjaws for the money, and thank Lake of Rice for giving us some cheap bumpers. Otherwise, me and Dawn will probably be on the cheap liquor tonight. Sore organs in the morning. Okay, let's continue here. You might have noticed last night's video took... Well, you didn't know. Let me start that over. You might have noticed it didn't come out till late. That was a YouTube problem. I got into a little bit of an argument with them. And every time I get into an argument with them, all of a sudden the video starts fucking moving. YouTube did an update yesterday and fucked everything. So that's why the video came out late. I had to get a hold of some dick over at YouTube and get him to correct everything. And then the video came out. Okay, let's get into the good stuff now. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you cocksuckers know, the next door neighbor has a pit bull that has been trying to attack Charlie the Labradoodle. That's our dog. Oh, let me put that back up there. And I sent a letter yesterday to the housing, see if they can do something about it. And the lady that I sent the letter to didn't get back to me because, well, the people at housing go on fucking holidays whenever they want, right? They just go to work whenever they feel like it. So I decided to call today. So I called. I asked one lady who I'm supposed to speak to, and she said, "I'm going to put you through to Melissa." I said, "Okay." She puts me through to Melissa. Melissa says, I forget what she say again. It was on speakerphone. Donna heard it too.
She said hi to him, and then she said, "I'm going to put you through to your..."
The property manager?
No, she's not.
Placement?
Tenant placement officer?
Yeah. Yeah. She said she put me through to her. Her name's Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might remember Joanne from Timmins Housing. Not the Joanne that subscribed to us. We're talking about Joanne from Timmins Housing. She was the lady that threw out the mail next door, then came back a little while later and took it because she wanted to read it or something. It was at the beginning of the month when the other lady moved in. Anyway, some of you guys might remember that, some of you guys might not. Anyway, that's the lady named Joanne from Timmins Housing. So I talked to her today, and I said, there's a pit bull next door. It's kind of dangerous. I mean, I don't know if it's going to attack humans or not, but it wants to go after my dog. It's trying to get over the fence, and when it's in the front yard, it pulls the lady when she's holding the leash towards our yard. It's knocked over my garbage can trying to get at my dog, and eventually the dog's going to end up getting my dog, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this because well, I've never had to fucking complain about somebody's dog before, right? So, in on the lease it says there's no dangerous dogs allowed. I call that a dangerous dog, but anyway. So I called and I asked her, is there something we can do about this? I don't know what, but something, right? And she said, the dog's allowed. Go ahead, you remember better than me. I had it on speakerphone, and Donna remembers most of the stuff. She has a good memory when it comes to that shit.
Okay, so he brought up the dog. She said, no. That's okay. That's allowed to happen. Dogs are allowed to sniff at the fence.
Yeah, but I said to her, the dog's not sniffing at the fence. It's on its hind legs and it's jumping and snarling, trying to get over at my dog.
And then she says, but dogs sniff at the fence. But there's no sniffing.
Yeah, so I don't know where she's getting sniffing
where
from.
She's getting the sniffing fucking thing, and then she asks, okay, well, is the dog on a leash? So Ed says, when the lady's in the front, but the dog is pulling her towards our driveway,
because she doesn't got control of the dog.
And Ed says in the back, the dog just goes freely.
Hmm.
So the lady starts telling Ed that, well, at her house, she lives in a house, not a rent, her house, she said.
This is her own bought and paid for house.
Her next door neighbors come up her driveway with their dog, and that's just what happens. Like, you just have to deal with it. There's nothing.
Even though the lease says you're not allowed to have dogs like that here.
So then she gets in. So she says she was here, and our fence seems pretty high.
Huh.
So Ed tells her, right, it's 4 feet.
It's a 4-foot chain link fence.
Like, it's not. And she says,
my old dog used to be able to jump over it. There used to be a lab that lived up the street that would come down here.
yeah.
And he was really fucking friendly, and when he seen us in the yard, he'd run and leap over the fucking thing
Yeah.
and land in the fucking yard so we can get pets from us. Donna used to have to bring them back home. Anyway.
So then she tells Ed, now, things are escalating very quickly, okay? Because this lady, she's making up her own fucking rules, okay? So she tells Ed, that's why the fence is there. The fence is there to separate dogs, she says. Really? Because I thought it had to do with, like, the property and, but I guess Tim and Susan just puts up fence for dogs, even if you don't own one. There's a fence there for it. I'll let Ed tell this part because she gets into kids.
Yeah, so I said to her, like, I just don't want the dog to attack my dog, And she says, she tells me that she's got a dog, 2 cats, and 3 kids. And she's got to teach her kids not to go near the fence by her neighbor because there might be a dog there that'll bite. And she says that I have to teach my kids not to go to the fence where the dog might bite them. Well, what's this got to do with my kids? My kids are fucking grown up. Like, my oldest son's older than you fucking moron. So anyway, I said to her, well, I don't got any kids here. I said my grandchildren come to visit once in a while, but that is a good point. What if my grandchildren were by the fence? They could end up nipping my grandchildren or something. And she's kept on talking about how I have to teach my children not to go by the fence.
Yeah, she had like I told you have to tell them. She said you cannot go put your hands through the fence because a dog could nip you. Like telling us like we have no idea how to parent.
Yeah. She's telling me how to raise my kids that are already raised up. What the fuck? Anyway, she continues to tell me about her shit, like what happens at her house, like. And then I mentioned also after that, I figured, okay, well, I'm not getting anywhere with the fucking dog thing because she's obviously fucked in the head and she doesn't even know the rules to the units she's renting out, right? So I said to her, and about the smoking, the lady's smoking right there in the backyard, the side of the house, the front, all over the place, is whipping butts everywhere, and the smell comes into my house. And Donna suffers from MS, and dirty cigarette smoke makes her head, like she gets headaches real bad, right? And that makes her headaches happen more frequently, the smell of smoke. Like cigarette smoke, And I said, like the smell is coming into the house here. And she said the lady's allowed to smoke right there on the property. She's just not allowed to smoke in her unit. I said, well, that's not true. The lease that you sent us says you're not allowed on the property to smoke. And
she said, no. You can smoke in the yard.
I said, well, I didn't know that because my company, when I have company over, they go smoke. Like, they actually go, like, when a jizz comes in, we make them go stand on the street because, well, not on the street, but at the end of the driveway, Some fucking wrap after that, Donna.
And she tells, this is what she says to Ed.
Sorry, I can't remember to, Donna picked me up, the beers early today, the ones that Jabberjaws got paid for, and I've been pounding them back, and I've been hitting the stack, and I remember having the conversation, but I don't remember the order of how everything.
Then she went into how her neighbors smoke and the smell goes into her house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your fucking house must be, a fucking shed. Because.
And then, so I said to her, I said, the reason the smell comes into my house is because you cocksuckers were supposed to fix the fucking doors. You only fixed the back door, but you didn't fix the front door. And there's air coming in through like different places and stuff and whatever. And so I that's why the smoke's coming into my house. I said, you guys never did your job. I said, even bylaw 3 years ago gave you guys a list of shit you guys have to fucking fix, but you guys didn't. And she says, that's your home. It's up to you to keep up with the maintenance and keep calling maintenance every week to make sure that the stuff gets done.
That's what she said.
And I said, well, I already gave them a list of everything 3 years ago, and not only did I give them a fucking list, Sylvie from fucking Bylaw gave them a list. You guys got a list. And she says, well, that might be so, but you got to keep on calling anyways. You got to call every week, non-stop, and make sure that you're keeping up with the stuff at your unit. So like, I'm fucking confused now. Like, I never heard of this shit before. Like, since when do I have to do this?
And then then she says to Ed, I don't know why you're bringing this up now, because you're telling me it's 3 years ago.
I said to her, I've been bringing this up for 15 fucking years. In the last 3 years, we've been bringing it up more. It's even on YouTube and stuff, like there's videos of this shit. And she says, no, it's still my responsibility. I'm supposed to call maintenance and make sure maintenance comes here. Even if maintenance doesn't show up, I got to call them back every fucking week for a year and just keep on them. I'm like, I don't understand that. That's not my fucking job.
And this isn't our house. This is their house.
So anyway, I realize I'm not getting anywhere with this fucking cunt because it's Friday and she obviously just wants to fucking get out of the office and go home for the weekend, right? So I figure, okay, well, whatever, And we end the call. And then after the call ended, tell them what you found, Donna. What you remembered something.
After the call, you called. You want to do?
Oh yeah,
part?
no. Okay, before we go on to the next part, right after we ended the call with this Joanne lady over at housing, who told me that I have to keep up with maintenance, I fucking called maintenance. It took me a long time to get through because they don't answer, right? So I fucking called maintenance, and the lady answered finally, and I said, "Hello, I was just talking to Joanne, and she told me that I'm supposed to call you every week and give you a list of the stuff that needs to be done here to make sure you guys get things done because this is my place and I'm supposed to make sure you guys do what you got to do." And the lady said, "Well, we don't do that here." I said, "Well, Joanne, she's my well, not my landlord, but the what do you call her again?
Tenant placement."
Yeah. And she says that I have to call you and tell you this stuff. And the lady said, "Okay, well, I'll take the note," she says, "but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it." So I gave her a great big note of all the things wrong around here. And then the lady started asking me questions. Is there water dripping on the fucking power box right now? I said, no, that's only when it's warm out or when it's raining or when the snow melts. I said, the fucking drain, the
kitchen sink.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I said.
Oh, the thing in the back.
Yeah, I told her that was broken,
over.
and there are always puddles there. I said they already know about this. I said there's a fucking tree in the backyard that's the branches are starting to take the fucking. It's gonna rip the fucking power wires right off the fucking house soon. And she goes, "Well, I can't send anybody there to take down trees." I said, "Oh, I understand that." I said, "I'm just told to call you and tell you this stuff so you guys can get on it whenever you can." I said, "I need a front door." I said, "There's a socket shooting air into the house. It's like a fucking air conditioner over there." I said, "The basement fucking leaks, And here's another thing. I had to mention also today to them, I had to tell Timmins Housing that, I told the maintenance, my what's it called? Tenant insurance has been canceled. So I don't got tenant insurance anymore because Timmins Housing won't keep up with the shit here. So now, if this house burns, my shit burns with it. So what do I do, sue Timmins Housing after? Cause I just can't get tenant insurance. They won't insure this shit. They don't like what they see. You know what I mean? So I told them that too. And what else after that, Donna? I'm getting lost again here.
I don't know. I wasn't here for when you made that call. I don't know what else she said. Oh, she told you to pour water down the sink.
Oh yeah, for that egg smell that's coming out of the drain. She told me to pour water down the sink. I said water goes down the fucking drain all the time. That's not gonna do anything. I said we tried all the other stuff, you know, the vinegar, baking soda, baking powder, whatever the fuck it is, right? We tried all that shit. Nothing's working. I said I told them this a few years back. You guys might remember. I told them there was a smell coming out by the sink over there. They told me they didn't smell anything. Well, it's really bad now. It smells like fucking rotten eggs. Like
They didn't smell anything, but yet they put a board on top of the rotten.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if that has anything to do with the smell coming out of the drain, but they did put a board over a rotten board down underneath the sink. So that's just all fucking rotten. So anyway, let's get on with it. Fucking.
Okay, so then later on, right? Like. I just went on to Google and I put in Timmins housing smoking policy because I was like I remember when the lady that, not this lady that lives there, but there was a lady with 2 kids that lived there when we were here, right? Mm. And she was mad. She was like, I gotta fucking go to the end of the driveway now to smoke. Like, this is bullshit, whatever, right? Because I remember her saying that. So I put in Google, right? Yeah. And the first thing that comes up on Google, right?
What would you type in?
I put in the initials, so CDSSAB, Cochrane District Social Service Administration Board. That's what I put in.
Okay.
And so the first thing that pops up on it, right, and it's from May 2013.
That's when the rules started.
Oh no, this one, that's a different...
She's never prepared.
Okay, so this is in the newspaper. This is in
the Timmins Daily Press.
So they talk about how they're going smoke free.
Hey, soy sauce.
They're going smoke free. Their units. I remember all this. So it says the tenants who have already smoked, and this is from the lady that works there,
Carol Barber.
Yes,
that's her name, Carol Barber. She's the one in the newspaper saying this.
So it says that, tenants who are grandfathered in don't have to follow this policy.
That's why you see us smoking weeds in the videos. We already lived here. We're grandfathered in. If I want to smoke dirty cigarettes, I'm allowed, but I don't. I just smoke weeds, right? But we're grandfathered in. That's why, if you're wondering. But new people are not allowed to smoke.
It says this. This is what it said. But those who wish to move into our units will not be permitted to smoke in their units or on their balconies. All smokers must be at least 5 meters from the premises.
How far is 5 meters?
16 feet and 4 and just about 5 inches.
That's on the fucking road. That's off the property. So I'm calling back on Monday and I'm going to talk to her fucking boss, the dummy's boss that I talked to today. And I'm going to ask some questions and see why this is like this. Like, did the rules fucking change? Like, you brought back smoking,
Yeah, like
what the fuck?
That's not I don't know where she's getting these rules from.
She's making shit up.
So we're, back to dealing with...
That's what we did today. Dealt with that shit. But you know what? I think the Joanne lady, when she got off the phone with me, went and talked to some of the other workers there, the Timmins housing workers, and I think she told them the conversation. I think they told her, no, they're not allowed to smoke on the property.
Because we have not...
Because the lady next door, she said she wasn't going to bring up the smoking to her because that's not an issue, but she wasn't going to bring up the thing about the dog, except for, like, she said she would mention if the dog's not controllable, then there'd be like if she's walking the dog and the dog's yanking her and she can't hold the dog, then she's not allowed to have that dog. But I don't know if that even means anything, right? Because how's she gonna know if she can hold the dog? She's gonna come here and say, "Can you hold your dog and let me see what happens?"
Okay, but the funny, but this is the thing, right? Okay, but you keep going with your.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't remember.
Since all of this has happened, right? That lady has not gone out for a smoke.
Yeah.
At all.
So I think that Joanne lady was corrected, and when she called over there, she told her you're not allowed to smoke on the property.
It's the same as like the dog, right? I haven't. The dog was out earlier, but I haven't seen the dog at all. I wanted to mention also in that conversation that you had with her, Ed's bringing up when she goes to the side of the house underneath the sheet. Ed says she's lighting something up.
Yeah, we got to the end of the conversation. I said, so is it also okay for her to smoke some kind of weird substance under a sheet in the middle of the night on the side of the fucking house?
And she says that the lady's probably, for her lighter to block the wind. Who the fuck puts a sheet over them to, what's wrong with like a thing here?
But the first person I talked to at housing before the Joanne person, when you guys might remember back when I got into a fight with housing, there was 3 ladies from housing I was fighting with. Well, the girl that answered, Melissa, who I think was her name,
mm-hmm.
When I told her all the stuff that was going on here, she knew there was something wrong. She said, I'm gonna put you through to Joanne. Let her know what's going on, and if you don't get through to Joanne, call me back, because she was gonna do something about it, because that's not allowed. So I'm assuming that they must have had a conversation after, and Anyway, what was I saying before that? I don't remember. My mind's all over the place.
We're just gonna. You said so. That's what we dealt with today, and then and then you had mentioned the thing that the lady, if the dog wasn't on a leash, like controlled on a leash, that she would have to do something about it, but. And then we mentioned how she hasn't been outside with her smoking at all. This is somebody that's constantly fucking out there.
Yeah, she's like a fucking
chain
smoker.
But not right now.
And I think the reason she's not smoking is because she's probably being embarrassed having to walk to the end of the driveway. Because she's been breaking the rules. The rules, Donna.
Yeah.
The rules. You can't break the fucking rules.
So that happened. I was like a good part of the day.
Yeah. Okay, let's get off the fucking housing shit. We'll talk about it more next week, because I'm gonna argue with them next week a little more.
Well, next week is it's a new week, right? So you have to call in the maintenance.
Yeah, I gotta call maintenance again next week. Fuck, maybe I'll record it and you guys come along for the calls. We'll see what happens. You have something you want to say?
No, not about that.
Okay, Donna had one thing on the list here at the bottom. It was the drug bust.
There was this great big fucking drug bust, okay? A couple days ago.
Can you just fill this up for me?
Yes.
Okay.
A couple days ago.
I can't remember if I did a fucking bong toke or not. I did though, right?
Yes. on whenever the 13th was, whatever day that is, there was this drug bust on Mount Joy North, which is
right over there.
Yeah, like it's not too
just
far.
A hop, step, and a jump away.
So I was reading it because it was like a lot of fucking drugs, fentanyl. Like the amount of fentanyl was ridiculous. There was crack cocaine, like $20,000 in cash, right? So I'm like reading the thing, right? And I'm like, wonder who this is, right? Because the fucking people that are here selling the fucking shit, right? Like I'm looking like at the names, right? Plus there was.
And they're all from Toronto.
Yeah.
And every one of them are fucking East Indians.
And 2 14-year-olds.
Ramin Karatu and Muad Abdul Hakam and Ahmed Bazouher.
Yeah, plus 2 14-year-olds.
Plus, yeah, 2 14-year-olds.
Why are you bringing your fucking shit here?
Yeah.
You're killing fucking people.
Yeah, what are you doing that for? Cocksuckers.
I was gonna. Do you have something else?
No, I'm all Uda stuff.
Also, there was this fucking guy from Timmins. Okay. He went to Sault Ste. Marie. Okay, and he hit somebody in the head. And put them. It was in the vehicle or in the residence. He like hits. It doesn't say what if it was a female or like it's not giving that, which I don't blame them for like not saying that. Took them into like the residence and they got assaulted there. It says the person the next day was able to get out of there. So she or he ran to the fucking cops. Whatever one. I don't know. I would think maybe it's a female, but I don't fucking know. Anyways, right? So the cops go there, fucking fentanyl in the place, right? So now he's getting charged with all this stuff, but apparently, like, he's from Timmins. People are showing his fucking sheets from fucking court, like in the court dockets and stuff like that. He is like he's a fucking scumbag.
Real scumbag.
Shouldn't be fucking hitting anybody over the head and dragging them into some fucking place.
No. Anything else?
No.
Anyway, sorry about the video if it's a little bit boring, but we don't get very many views on Fridays. I mean, some of you cocksuckers watch, but not all of yous. So we didn't really plan anything. We just figured, like, we just tell you guys what happened with what you heard. And that's what happened. Oh yeah, here's another part. I almost forgot. The lady said, at the end of the conversation, she says to me, "Who am I speaking to?"
The end.
And I said, "My name's Ed." And she wasn't familiar with me or nothing. And everybody I thought up at Timmins Housing knew who I was, right? Because I fought with them like big time. So anyway, I said I'm the guy that makes the YouTube videos. And she gets kind of cocky and she says, "I watch YouTube all the time. I've never heard of you." Well, my name's not Ed on fucking YouTube, first of all. He never asked me to name my fucking channel. And then she goes, what'd she say to me?
She said...
Were you supposed to be famous or something? Or no?
Popular.
Popular? I said, well, I thought it was a little bit. Around here anyway. You know? I figured like a lot of people in Timmins knew who I was, so that kind of makes you a little bit popular, right? In a way. Sort of. Like, I mean, maybe not popular, but...
No.
People watch my videos. Anyway.
The whole conversation was just about, no matter what there was a complaint about, it was all about fucking her. What goes on at her house, when...
Yeah, she has 1 dog, 2 cats, and 3 kids.
Like, why do we know this?
Yeah. And apparently I got kids that I'm supposed to fucking...
They tell them not to put their hands through the fence.
Yeah.
And
no matter how much I tried to fucking say, like, I don't have... And she kept talking. She talked over me.
Yeah, that was like... she was talking over him. So no matter what... Like, Ed is saying the dog is jumping at the fence. Like, foam is coming out its fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And she says...
She says, "Is it barking though?"
Yeah.
I said no, but it's snarling, and you could tell it's angry.
Well, I can't do anything about that.
The dog has to be barking.
Yeah.
That's gotta be today. That was one of the dumbest conversations I've ever had in my life. I don't know if I've ever had one like that. You're talking to somebody about something, but they're
no matter what,
they're like hearing a whole different fucking thing than what you're saying.
A dog attacking the fence and sniffing is not even the same. What's what dogs do? She says they sniff.
Yeah.
And Ed has told her, my dog is scared to go outside now. Like, I have to bring him out. And she's still telling us that our dog's sniffing at the fence. She doesn't know what the
And she
fuck.
says it's okay. I said, so what you're telling me is like I got to take the chance of walking down the driveway when I take the dog for a walk, that this dog might come out of their yard and attack him, and then it's gonna mean it's gonna take for my dog to end up getting fucking maybe killed or torn apart before something gets done, you know? And she just didn't care.
No. Just, like, no care at all.
As long as the dog is on a leash, she said, well, if the dog's pulling the lady who's holding the fucking leash, that's not really having control of the dog. The dog has control of the lady. And I just gotta teach my kids to stay away from the fence. You know what she said? Like, over and over. Like, I should do a video. I should get Michael to come over, our oldest son, and get my youngest son, Justin. The Jizz is going to be 23 this month.
Yeah.
And Michael is 28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We should do a video where I'm giving them a lecture and teaching them not to put their hands through the fence.
Yeah.
Grown men with fucking stashes and beards, you know? And I'm telling them, like, you know, keep your hands into the fence.
If you see a dog, you don't put your hands there because it could bite you.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's it.
That's all we got. I gotta go and sit down and think about what I heard today. Because it's still like...
I was listening and I was just like, I'm like, okay, like, just, I was like, just end the call. Just
she
end
kept
it.
saying to me, end the call,
Just
end the
end
call.
it.
And my adrenaline's starting to go. I wanted to say, you stupid fucking cunt.
Like, she was
But-
not...
But Donna's sitting there going, don't.
I was like, but I'm like, just because no matter what he was saying, we were just wrong. No matter what, it didn't. That lady's just in the fucking right. No matter what she does, she's just in the fucking right. So I'm just like, end the call. But then Ed, like, he brings up something else, right? And I'm like, just fucking end it. Just end the call.
I had a hard time letting it go because usually, you know,
I was like, end the call. I'll call somewhere else.
usually I would tell one of them to fuck off, you know, but Donna stopped me. And I was thinking to myself, well, I already had a bunch of beers in me and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't say anything further, right? Might end up with the cops here and an eviction letter or something. Anyway, I'm going to get in my road toke and Donna's going to throw you guys some final words.
Stay happy, stay safe, be kind, enjoy your Friday night, and have a good night.
Have a good night.
Hopefully you have your Christmas stuff done.
Teach your kids not to go near your fence because a dog can bite them.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds stupid, doesn't it?
She said they not to put their fingers by the fence because the dog could bite them. I don't...
The thing is, though, if it... Never mind. I don't want to keep the video going, you know? We should have went live. I could sit here and talk about this all night. I keep remembering different pieces and stuff of the conversation, but we'll talk about it again another time. We're already at like almost 40 fucking minutes, or we are at 40 minutes. Okay. Cigarette holder to everybody.
We are oot.
We are out. Okay, more than meatballs?
There's like maybe 3 in the basket or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah, you're not eating a whole fucking bag of meatballs.
Why?
Because there's 60 meatballs in there.
How many?
60.
60, they're only little. They're small.
No.
They're
Ed, you're... No, we're not.
She's starving me.
I'm not starving you. Yeah, you can tell.